Welcome to Chanza Lifestyle Series, where we talk about everything real estate, property markets, to investments, prospecting, and everything to do with due diligence. This is your one-stop shop channel for everything real estate. Wakili, so how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's a little bit chilly,
Yeah.
the Nairobi weather right now.
Oh, I
But
know.
I'm good.
Kuna mtu alisema this is the best time kuambia caretaker kutumia picha ya nyumba ndo ulipe rent ama ndo ulipie deposit immediately.
Exactly.
Okay. So we are here at Mamicha and Co Advocates to speak about the most essential aspect of real estate investments. Oh yes, I'm talking about key considerations of real estate investments. So we're joined by Advocate of the High Court, Faith Thuku, to have this conversation with us. So Wakili, where do I start when it comes to getting into real estate investments?
Well, I'd like to think of it as, when you're buying a phone, you need to know what specs do you want in a phone, what's your budget, what specifications do you want. It's the same thing with property. You need to ask yourself, what do I want out of this investment? What's the purpose? And all those factors being taken into consideration will inform how, when, and what kind of real estate you're going to invest in.
So once I find property, how can I tell whether that property is legitimate?
We live in a very interesting country, so for you to tell whether property is legitimate, you have to go over and above just conducting a search at the lands office. You see, property is a multi-agency sector, so you need to do your search, at Survey of Kenya. You need to involve many other professionals, all the other departments that are involved with regards to property in Kenya, for you to say that actually I have good title. You also need to do a historical search to find out what really are the records, what has been the history of transactions in relation to this property. So that's how you know whether property is legitimate. You have to do your due diligence and you have to dig deep and keep digging until you're satisfied.
Okay, so Wakili, so how can I tell a developer or a seller is genuine? Like, what should people look out for?
That's a very important question. I mean, thank God we live in a time where there's a lot of digitization, so you can look onto the internet for various things. And nowadays, the offices and just government, a lot of regulation is being onboarded on the online platforms. So you can first of all look out for this developer. You can even conduct a search on them at the various, registries of persons or companies. Do they exist over there? To start off with, bare minimum. And then also in the different sectors, are they registered maybe to undertake functions within those particular agencies, for example. But most importantly, I think the most important thing you should look out for is not even whether a developer is genuine, because they could be genuine, but over and above them being genuine, do they own the property that they're selling? That's the real test.
So Wakili, what do I need to move from prospecting or just basically searching to ownership? Like, what documentations do I get?
So Israel, the kind of ownership documents that you'll get really depend on the kind of property that you're buying. So for example, if you're buying an apartment and vis-a-vis buying bare land, like a shamba, the documents are going to be very different. But at the end of the day, there will be a title document. So that is the most important document. But of course, given the trends that we're seeing in the legal space right now, it's good to keep all the documents in relation to that transaction. If you the ID or KRA pin of the person who sold you the property, all those company documents, maybe if you're buying from a company, it's good to have those documents in place. But also the kind of property you buy will actually inform the kind of documents that you'll get. But at the end of the day, you all should get a title.
Okay, so Wakili, let's talk about off-plan sales.
Yeah.
So just take us through how they work and also what protections or guarantees will work if I would like to invest in such a plan.
Well, Israel, off-plan sales and off-plan projects are very interesting in nature because of the way they work. They are very futuristic in the sense that you're buying something that is going to happen in the future. You're not buying an apartment or property that is already in existence. It's a work in progress. Construction is ongoing. So that's what basically an off-plan project is. So you make payments as construction is ongoing, and the guarantee, or rather the guarantee that you're being given by the developer, is at a certain point in time, you will get the apartment that you have bought. So I've heard you say something about protections and guarantees.
Yes.
When I tell people it's important to have an advocate, I'm not just that.
Not of that job.
No. It is important to have an advocate because some of the protections and guarantees are documented on paper. We call these things agreements for sale. So the agreement of sale that you sign is what will protect you, and it is what will guarantee you and, bind the developer to ensure that they actually deliver on what they're selling. Yeah.